let's start there then. The trade pathways help people break down some barriers in a way that no program that you've ever seen was able to do.
No, yeah, and I have never seen it. I've been involved in many programs where individuals and stakeholders come in with very good intentions to bring newcomers into the industry. And there's all kinds of barriers that get in the way, and those barriers aren't often or always the issues that employers are used to dealing with. And but not addressing them can cause a program to fail or not fail. And the great thing about the Trades Pathways program is the program was so thoughtfully designed, first of all, to anticipate transportation, access to the proper workwear and the safety wear, and also the tools, and the even the wage supports for folks to take 8 weeks out of their lives and stop earning or doing things while their bills are still going on. To have all those kinds of supports in place in advance really set us up for success.
Yeah, because this is huge, right? It's like they did things that no other program has done, including that paid training, paid for your time spent training.
Yeah, and if you can imagine, you're a single parent who is the breadwinner in a family and have rent and car payments and things like that to upkeep, but to set aside 8 weeks. There's not too many people I know that can take two months off without pay to invest in this. So that's a barrier. And the Trades Pathways program was designed to very intelligently deal with each of those barriers up front. And basically what that did is it gave confidence with all the stakeholders, the union, the employer, and each individual who stood up to participate in the program to commit to it. And it wasn't just the supports too, it was the structure as well. And I'll say that a lot of individuals and agencies and organizations train newcomers to enter the industry,
right,
but actually don't get them into the industry. And this program design is right up the front. Trades Pathways coordinators told us this: we do not pass go until there's a conditional offer of employment. So that actually forced everyone, the union, the employer, to resolve that, and so everyone entered the training program with a conditional job offer, and this meant it made it real.
Made it real. Sorry to step on you there.
Sure.
I just want, what does that do for a potential student here to have that promise at the end of the road? You know, like what does that do for their mindset going into this?
Yeah, so it reinforces that they're taking that leap of faith, and it is a leap of faith to do this, and at the end of it, to actually not be just left stranded going, okay, now I've committed to this training program, I don't have a job, I don't have income, and what's next? They're taking this leap, they're committing to the 2 months, and they know that they're going to step right into a job and also have an income. And let's be real, people need an income. It's life ain't free, right? So
Totally. Maybe talk to me then about, you met these students personally, you say you handpicked them. Who were these as people, or broadly, what does it take for someone to be able to make this leap?
Well, the individuals that we selected from had already engaged, most of them had engaged with Norquest's Indigenous Career Center. And so they had shown an interest in some initiative in the industry, and by taking some training. From there was a short list of about 18, and then myself and a bird superintendent, we interviewed all 18, and we handpicked the 12 applicants at the time. And I've never been this successful before, but tomorrow those 12 applicants are actually the 12 graduates, because all 12 made it through the whole 8 weeks, which was just amazing on the part of each of the students that participated in this, where they got up every morning, they took care of everything, and life stuff as well, getting kids to school, all that kind of thing, showing up to their own training, and doing the shop and field work and the classroom work. And after 8 weeks to consistently show up and be at the place that where we are today to graduate is fantastic.
because this is what struck me yesterday too, is we're watching them work with tools and communicating these hard skills that you need, but it seems like there's a lot of personal development or soft skills that you pick up through this program.
Yeah, and that's one thing about working with the United Brotherhood of Carpenters and the Alberta Carpenters Training Center is the instructor does all the technical and craft training, knows that, but also established a much needed relationship with each of the 12 applicants, and the applicants allowed for that cross pollination in the room where not only are the students having a relationship with the instructor, they're also having a relationship with each other, and it's become a group, a cohort of folks that have gone through this journey together and supported each other, and which is what we need as tradespeople to survive and thrive in the construction industry. Is it's not just about going and building things. It's about building communities and building friendships and that last a lifetime.
Yeah, so I wonder, like, is that maybe we were saying there's a decline in trade interest, trade enrollment. Mm-hmm. Do people maybe not fully aware of all that they stand to gain by pursuing a trades career?
I think so. I think there's lots of pictures of folks in frumpy coveralls with oversized hard hats. And you know what's really fun is if you actually stop and take a look at the lifestyle that a career in the trades provides. And what you don't see is that person driving their Harley on Saturday. You don't see someone going mountain climbing or taking their family to a 5-star vacation or the 2-car garage or paying for their son or daughter's university education. That's what comes from the trades. The career itself is fantastic, but the lifestyle that people are entering is wealth creating and intergenerational wealth creating as well.
Well said. Do you want to go somewhere from there, or can I throw something at you?
Go ahead.
I guess what I saw was, what always strikes me is like so many of those guys that I have met doing this video series is like they just needed a foot in the door. The potential was limitless inside them, so it was like, just get them started. You know, like that's what kept coming back to me.
Well, meeting each of the students, there was a spark in their eye. Right. And that was right from the very beginning. We started this in a good way with a pipe ceremony led by Elder Simon House from Paul First Nation. And we did that, and then we also had some time to connect with the students on that day, and there was a light in their eye. They're doing this for themselves, they're doing this for their families and their communities, and there's a pride and energy that was in their room that you just can't. They just needed, the students just needed a way in, just like you said, and the rest tells its story. So, yeah.
Can you tell me, maybe just for my understanding, or if it's good for the video, what was kind of the chain of events that went from how the Union, Bird, the ICC at Norquest, how did this all end Trade Pathways?
Okay.
You know, like, what was the order of events there?
Bird secured a project on the Dow Path to Zero project, which is a major investment in the Edmonton, Fort Saskatchewan region. And the thing that was unique about Dow is it provides the potential for steady construction work for the next 6 years. And many of us are looking at that to say, hey, an apprentice could actually start their career on the Dow project and could potentially do their entire apprenticeship on that project. Bird obviously was thinking similarly and approached the union to say, with this project, is there an opportunity for us to work together and do some pre-apprenticeship training to set up some newcomers for success? And we were game for that and started to work together as a committee to put together the ingredients to make this happen. And during the course of that, I ended up meeting Andrew Gibson from the Trades Pathways program, who introduced me to Rick Core. And they shared about what the Alberta Construction Association was doing and the program that was available, and we immediately got inspired and invited them to the next committee meeting. And once they got there and laid out all the structure and the design of the Trades Pathways program, let's just say they got an invite to the next meeting. everyone was so super excited because as a committee, we were looking at everything we brought to the table, but also identifying the barriers or the things that we would need to get past. And then when the Trades Pathways program came in, all those answers seemed to have answers to them. All those hurdles seemed to have answers to them. And the program just launched from there.
You know, it's interesting that's, why would a union or a major construction company or a body with all this government funding, why take a chance on these young, inexperienced people? Like, why is that worthy of our time and investment?
Well, taking a chance, it's a two-way street. These young applicants are taking a chance on us as well. Mm-hmm. And as employers, we need people for the industry. Our industry is aging overall, and there's an absolute need to bring new people in, and we compete with other jobs and industries, gig economies. There's the IT and tech sectors and things like that. So to actually have an audience and have individuals, these applicants who are interested in construction and building with their hands, mm-hmm. and was something that's actually rare. Mm-hmm. It's not as common as we would like it to be or need it to be. So there was no hesitation to take a chance on the individuals. And we're grateful that they took a chance on us.
Well said. Because you say the workforce is aging, I imagine the infrastructure is aging, and there's a need for more infrastructure generally. Like, we need an infusion of labor here.
Absolutely. We've got nationally, we have to build infrastructure for resources, for critical resources and minerals. We need corridors that get us access to different markets. So we also need to build up Arctic investments and for Arctic sovereignty. A lot of the things that we're seeing in the news today drive back to precisely what we need to do as an industry to build up the Arctic, put in the energy corridors that we need to have more sovereignty in respect to that, and just and also to transition into greener and to green the existing industry, but also to develop the new industries that are emerging.
Thanks for taking the ball and running with that one,
okay.
The political side of things. Could you maybe give me a word just on the Carpenters Union, and if you could name it directly, the union you're a part of, and what they do broadly or how they figured in here?
Yeah, the United Brotherhood of Carpenters is the second largest privately funded training provider in North America. We have 550,000 members across North America and 75,000 members in Canada. So to be part of a large organization that has the resources and the values towards developing individuals, providing strong benefits and really strong pension programs and represent the workers and the dignity of work, I'm just so thankful to be part of that, and to be able to walk into an initiative like this and to bring our piece of the puzzle into that and to work collaboratively with others that's United Brotherhood of Carpenters way. We find solutions and we try and get things done, and we work with employers in partnership, and we try to set up also an ecosystem where owners like Dow and others are willing to and have confidence to invest in the Edmonton region, for example, because they know that they're going to have the people and the resources to build their projects, and they know that they're going to have partners that are reliable, trustworthy, and are solutions focused. And that's what the United Brotherhood of Carpenters brings to bear on this. What makes doing business like this in Edmonton great is all the partners and players that are willing to come together. From Northwest College's Indigenous Career Center, which is doing fantastic work. Alberta Construction Association, through the Trades Pathways program, providing the supports and the design of this program, which I've never seen anything like it before, and I hope it continues and grows. And to have the resources, the Alberta Carpenters Training Center to bring in all the technical experiences and also the soft people skills, as you mentioned before, which a lot of people forget, but the Alberta Carpenters Training Center gets that right. To be part of this initiative, it's such an honor to actually not just be well-intended, but to be successful in bringing newcomers into the industry. And that's what makes this different. Thank you.